Welcome to Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. I'm your host, Sofia. I built my coaching business to over $1 million organically in under 4 years by the age of 26 through supporting hundreds of coaches across the globe to build incredible businesses they love, full of freedom, impact, and income. And in this podcast, I will share how you too can scale your coaching business the simple, sustainable way. Let's dive in. Welcome to Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. In this week's episode, I am breaking down the behind the scenes of September 2024. So if you are a regular podcast listener, you will know that every single month I review all of my goals for each month of the year. I cannot believe we are now on the 1st of October and I'm reviewing the month of September. This year has gone incredibly fast. September was an incredible month for various reasons, and I'm going to dive into all of them. But if you are new here, we have linked below all of the previous episodes for this year so that you can really see the journey, as listening back to them is quite fascinating to see my growth in some areas, my stagnation in others, my mindset improving, my realizations and my learnings over the year. It's quite fascinating. And I think at the very end of this year, I am going to go and listen to all of the episodes in a row. And it's going to be very fascinating to see what I take from that. Let's dive in. So September is my birthday month and it's a very, very special month for me. So I always feel in this really reflective energy this time of year, not only because it's my birthday and it's also Geordie's birthday, my partner, but also because it was 5 years ago that my life drastically changed, and it was in the month of September, which I did an episode on very recently, like just sharing my 5-year journey on how much I've really grown and changed over the last 5 years. Because 5 years ago, I was working five casual jobs, one of which was walking dogs, one was working at a cafe, catering, cleaning houses, and just babysitting and all sorts of other jobs to make $20 an hour. And now I'm full-time in a coaching business that I love. I'm a CEO, I'm a founder, I invest, and my life is so different. And that's just looking at the financial side of things, let alone I'm in a relationship now. My life is incredible. I live in another state and all of these other things. So September is always such a really, really special month for me to really reflect on my growth overall, not just for the year, but over the years. So let's dive in. So this month was filled with a lot of joy of friends and seeing people and doing things. I feel like it was a real big cup filling month, if that makes sense. Just really seeing so many friends. So I spent the first week of September in Adelaide, which is where I'm from, and I spent a lot of that time with friends and with family, which was so lovely. So that was the first week of September. Then I flew back to Brisbane and I ran my 2-day event, which went really well. So I love running events to grow my business. And from that, we actually had a $117,000 sales month. So not revenue, but sales. So money that's coming over the next 12 months, as Scale School is a 12-month program. And that was an incredible event and I had so much fun. I then, as you know, celebrated my birthday on the 11th of September. And that day I just had a bit of a wellness day. I went to my favorite gym class, I went to the sauna, I went to the cold plunge, I went and got a facial, I got a massage, and I went out for dinner with some of my favorite people. So I had such a beautiful day and night. If you're enjoying this episode, then I'd greatly appreciate it if you're not already, if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. Your support fuels our mission to bring you even more valuable content each week. My promise to you is that if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'll continue making incredible episodes every week that help you to grow and scale your coaching business. Thank you so much, and now let's get back to the episode. I also started 75 Hard in the month of September. So about midway through September on the 17th, I started 75 Hard, which I am loving so far. I'm a little bit over 2 weeks through and absolutely loving it. I will put a disclaimer. I'm doing my own version of 75 hard. So I have done the original 75 hard. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just Google it. There's a set of rules that you need to do every single day without fail for 75 days straight. If you forget something or slip up at all, you have to start again. I completed it without fail, the original one, which is like a gallon of water, 2 45-minute workouts, one must be outdoors, and you have to have a diet of your choosing, no alcohol, no cheat meals. My diet at the time was no sugar is what I decided, like no processed sugar, and you have to read 10 pages of a book, and you have to take a progress picture every day. I think that's everything. I'm doing my own version of it this year. And the reason being is because my intention is very different this time. So my intention last time was like, I want to complete a TAT challenge and for the discipline's sake and, all of that. But it was really like, I want to achieve this goal of completing something that is very much known to be hard, that a lot of people fail. Whereas my mentality is very different now. It wasn't wrong before, it's just different now, where I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know that I can complete it. I didn't fail at all. And so my intention for this is, if you listened to last month's episode, you will have noticed that I said I am so disciplined when I am at home in Brisbane. I go to the gym every day, I go for a walk, I'm in my routine. But the moment that I travel or go away, all of that seems to go quite out the window, more or less. And I've just had to come to terms with this year that I am no longer, like my lifestyle was no longer where I go for a holiday once in a blue moon or once a year. I actually travel for work and I travel for lifestyle because I can afford to do so. My lifestyle is very different. And so I think I have this identity and this mentality of, when you go away, you can just treat yourself and you can just do whatever you want because you're on holiday. But the truth is I travel like most months of the year now, sometimes multiple times. And to continue to have that identity or mentality isn't serving me because, I'm not meant to be on holiday like half of the month, every single month. And so because it was, not only an identity thing, but also like a habit thing. When you step away from your habits, typically like people fall off them. I figured that doing a challenge such as 75 hard is a big enough commitment for me that will drive me, because I'm the type of person that doesn't want to quote unquote fail, even though I know that doesn't really exist. But also it would break through this identity and this habit that when I go away, it means I can't do those things or I don't need to do those things. And so my intention for doing this challenge is that by the end of it, the things that I've chosen to, make up 75 hard are all sustainable things that I can continue even after 75 hard, and there'll be habits and I'll have a new identity that when I go away, which is often, I can keep up with my health and actually move forwards on my goals. Because I got really sick of every month in this monthly review podcast series saying that I'm in the same place with my health, where I've made a little bit of progress, but then the next month I haven't. And I just got really over that. And so this is my way of combating that. And I'm so excited and I'm loving it. So when I say 75 hard, I'm not doing the traditional rules. I'm doing what is hard for me, but also most of it is really easy and is my normal until I go away. So you might be thinking, isn't that just your daily lifestyle? It is until I go away. And so I'm tested and challenged by this challenge when I leave Brisbane, which is often, okay? So let me walk you through what I'm doing. I'm doing 3 liters of water a day, and that is like ample for me. My goodness, I am going to the bathroom so often. I cannot drink more than that. So 3 liters of water a day. I've been smashing that. I'm doing 60 minutes workout a day. To be honest, most days I have done at least 2 hours. But again, we're just talking about the bare minimums here. So 60 minutes of exercise, and that can include a walk, by the way. I'm doing a diet of my choosing, which I'm doing no deep fried food and no processed sugar. And I'm doing, what am I doing? Water, exercise, diet. Hold on. I just had to go check my poster because I had a mental blank. Yes, that's the other one. No alcohol or cheat meals, which, I just don't even do that anyway. So cool. That is my 75 hard, and it's easy most days. The only times I've been challenged so far is when I've left Brisbane. But even so, honestly, I've done so well and I'm so proud of myself. So I'm loving 75 hard. I can see that I've lost weight. I feel really good. I love the way that I look. The scale obviously changes a little bit every day. It's hard to track that. The strength of that. I find it depends time of month, but also depends what's the last thing that I ate the night before seems to dictate, it just jumps a little bit. So I'm really trusting how I look and feel, which is really good. But I am weighing myself most days when I'm at home. So that's that. I also went to the Gold Coast just this weekend over the last 4 days with my best friends and with Geordie. And we had a girls trip plus him, and he fits in so well. They absolutely love him, which was so much fun. So that is the month of September. I was in Adelaide. I did my 2-day free event. I had my birthday. I started 75 hard and I went on a 4-day trip to the Gold Coast, and I had a $117,000 sales month. So you can see and hear that it was a very abundant month. Okay, let's dive into my goals. So my goal for the year was to earn 600K cash, weigh 65 kilos, book an annual trip with Geordie, invest $100,000 in shares, and get 30,000 podcast downloads. So the 600K cash, we are sitting at 359K cash for the year. And in sales, we have tipped over the 700,000 sales mark. I'm tracking cash though as my goal, so I'm still a fair while away, but our sales are getting faster and faster now. So we shall see what happens. But for sales, I'm super, super happy with our progress. For my weight, weighing 65 kilos, I'm sitting at about 78, which goes down to 77 and then 79. It just keeps jumping a little bit. So I'm sitting around there. Like I said, now that I'm 2 weeks into 75 hard, I'm noticing some pretty good changes and I'm feeling really, really happy. So I'm excited for these next 2 months to go. For the booking an annual trip with Geordie, we actually just have done that. We've booked a trip to Sydney for 5 days. We are not 100% sure if we're going to count this as our annual trip, only because we are going there for a bit of work and a bit of a holiday. We're going to be there for our 5th anniversary, which is really exciting. So if something was to happen and we didn't end up going away for another week in the year, we will count this. But otherwise, I still think we're going to go somewhere for our holiday towards the end of the year. But it is also October. I can't believe how much time is flying. So we'll just see there, because it is a 5-day trip. And we are really excited, and we're going in a couple of days. So yeah, really excited about that. And then investing $100,000 in shares. I've invested well over $80,000, so we are well on track. And now that it is the 1st of October, I'm going to invest another $8,500 today for that. And so yeah, we're on track there. Getting 30,000 podcast downloads. We are at 16,811. So slowly climbing up each week. That is where I'm at with all of my goals. I feel really good about the progress. This is the first time where I'm feeling first time in a while anyways, where I feel like I've actually progressed in every single one of my goals. Yes, they're very stretchy goals and I'm unsure if I'm going to reach some of them, but that's okay. Progress over perfection, and we're making faster progress, and there's a compound effect with that, and that is what I'm very grateful for. But all in all, I am wrapping up September feeling extremely grateful for my friends, for my body, for my relationship, for my business, for my team, for my clients. It's been a good month, and I'm really just sitting in that gratitude. There have, of course, been challenges in the month, like any other month, and all of that. But honestly, the pros just so outweigh the cons. It's not even going to consume any bandwidth on this podcast talking about it, because the pros far outweigh the cons here. So yes, this has been my month. Very grateful. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait for reviewing October in a month's time. If you enjoyed this episode and want my help to scale your coaching business much faster, then I want to invite you to join Scale School, the 12-month mastermind for ambitious female coaches ready to scale their business to 30K months and beyond the simple, sustainable way. Scale School is the only way to work with me. So if you'd like to learn more and see if this mastermind is for you, simply click the link in the show notes or come DM me at Sofia Bernardi on Instagram to chat. Until next time, take care.